Hi, I'm Linda Waugh, a trustee for the Pasadena Area Community College District. I was also a member of the Board of Governors Task Force on Workforce, Job Creation, and a Strong Economy. I'm pleased to share with you strategies for local trustees to be active supporters of their campus career and technical education programs. With our strong community ties, we are in an ideal position to help these programs thrive. Community college career technical education is in the limelight. The projections for the workforce we will need in California call for 1 million new certificate and degree holders to fill middle-skill jobs. These are jobs that require post-secondary education, but not a 4-year degree. Community colleges are uniquely suited to address this need through the associate degrees and certificates we offer in fields like welding, dental assisting, and computer networking. In recognition of the needs of the workforce, the legislature is strengthening the capacity of our colleges to meet the need by putting significant funding into the system through the Strong Workforce Program. As trustees, it is our job to establish the policies and support the actions necessary for effective local implementation. The Strong Workforce Program calls for more and better CTE. We need programs that directly focus on meeting the regional workforce needs and increasing social mobility for our communities. Trustees should work with their CEOs to establish outcome goals, such as to increase the number of students who successfully complete CTE programs, and to create new programs that meet emerging needs of their regional industries. At the same time, we need to continually increase the quality, making good programs even better. As trustees, we should take the time to understand our CTE programs. The offerings of every college vary, so trustees will want to be knowledgeable about the specific career programs offered locally and how they contribute to the region's workforce. Launchboard and other data tools help our colleges track the progress and workforce outcomes of our students. Trustees can work with our college administration to develop queries that would be most helpful in developing policies and ensuring that the programs and curriculum the board approves has stated workforce outcomes. Here to Career is a mobile app developed by the Young Invincibles in partnership with the Strong Workforce. This easy-to-use app will be very useful to our students as well as to the trustees. With Here to Career, students can view salary information and high-demand career opportunities specific to their area and find a local community college with a program to help them achieve their goals. We want to be aware of any unique or distinguished programs that the college is particularly proud of. In some cases, a college emphasizes one particular program area, such as health occupations or industrial technology. Another area to be familiar with is that CTE programs must meet specific outcomes. Some of these outcome requirements come from the state and others from federal funding. The most common outcome tracked is the completion of degrees and certificates. We would want to know how many degrees and certificates are offered in CTE and the completion rate. The second outcome is employment, including whether graduates get hired in the field they studied in. A new area of accountability is looking at wages earned on completion. The interest is both in how much graduates make and whether it is a family-sustaining wage. As trustees develop policies and goals for their CEOs and colleges, there are several tools available to help track how our colleges are doing. The most familiar one is the annual Student Success Scorecard from the state. It has 2 measures for how CTE students are doing. One measures the completion rate and the other the earnings gains of skill builders. These are working students who take a few higher-level CTE classes to advance in their career. Though they don't complete programs, they show significant wage gains. The Launchboard is a web-based inquiry system that brings together several data sources in one location. It provides a convenient way of looking at multiple data sources at once. It also has a very useful reporting template. Finally, there are two tools for looking at the wage potential of CTE programs. These results are achieved by matching student records with earnings reports employers submit to the Employment Development Department. The Salary Surfer provides the median earnings by program graduates on a statewide basis. Its companion tool is the Wage Tracker, which provides results for program graduates on a college-by-college basis. CTE resonates with the community. Employers, chambers, city councils, and economic development groups look to the colleges to prepare their workforce. The ready availability of a trained and educated workforce helps businesses prosper. Also, a skilled workforce helps attract new businesses to a community as well as retain existing businesses. When building support for a bond issue, we know the business community is critical. CTE is a tool for strengthening the relationship between the college and the community. The more a local college is seen as a source of skilled workers, the more supportive the business community is likely to be. Likewise, communities are receptive to investments in education that promote upward social mobility. Also, graduates who are gainfully employed are likely to stay in the local community, setting down roots. They, in turn, will see the college as an important part of their success and become long-term supporters of the college. As trustees, we are a unique bridge between the community and the college. Our participation in civic and business groups puts us in touch with leaders from businesses, government, and nonprofit organizations in our communities. In casual conversations or informal presentations, we can keep them informed about the college. They will also be a source of information for our colleges. We are likely to hear about companies that are planning on expansion or new companies that are considering locating in our areas. We are often in a unique position to connect the colleges to these opportunities. As elected representatives, and in many cases long-term residents, we understand the fabric of the community. In some cases, the leadership of the college comes from outside the area and can benefit from our understanding of how the community works, who are the leaders, and any relevant history of negative or positive feelings about the college. In turn, our deeper understanding of the college enables us to help the community understand its value. Our extensive connections in the community, particularly the business community, make us an ideal facilitator of opportunities for the college. When someone asks how they can help or get involved, we are ready to offer options. For example, each of the CTE programs may have advisory committees, and trustees may know of experts who would be interested in serving on committees. Businesses, nonprofits, and government agencies are ideal internship sites. Would they be able to offer internships or work experience sites, or would they be able and willing to help the college develop an internship program? Would the individual be willing to be a guest speaker for an appropriate class? Businesses may have materials or equipment that could be donated to the college. For example, a factory may have scrap metal, which it would donate, providing materials for a welding class. Car dealers may be able to provide parts or even cars for automotive technology programs. Even in conversations with colleagues or friends, we may be asked about what educational opportunities might be available for their acquaintances or family members. Your ability to share the options the college provides is valuable to these individuals, as well as potentially contributing to the college's enrollment. Obviously, one place to show our support is in the routine proceedings of our board meetings. Many items appear on board agendas, which are important to CTE programs. These are expensive programs to operate, so support for staffing and budget requests will be crucial. When proposals are presented for new CTE degrees and certificates, we should ask how they relate to existing programs. When adopting curriculum changes, we would want to know how industry input was incorporated. CTE programs make biannual reports to district boards. During these reports, we can find out about program outcomes. Asking questions such as these indicates our interest and reinforces the accountability of CTE programs. Some boards may find it advantageous to designate one of its members to be the point person for CTE issues. That person is asked to keep up on legislative and policy issues related to CTE. This member then becomes a resource for the other board members. We can request a periodic showcasing of selected CTE programs at board meetings. This accomplishes a couple of things. It both shows board support and helps us as board members learn more about the district's offerings in CTE. While requesting special reports from the campus shows our interest in CTE, we should always make such requests judiciously so we don't overload the instructional staff. Also, we need to make it clear our request is out of interest in the program, not because we think there's a problem. Still, another way to be both supportive and learn about programs is attending special events offered by the college's instructional departments. These include such things as a Manufacturing Day open house or a nursing capping ceremony. Indicate your interest in receiving invitations to these events to the administrative staff. Then, during the report outs at board meetings, we should mention our attendance at these events. Colleges welcome the enthusiastic support of trustees for any of their programs. However, there are some important things to keep in mind in playing that role. The most important of which is to be aware of what is and what is not helpful. Work closely with the college president so that he or she understands our interest and is able to suggest ways you can be helpful. We may be directed to particular programs that would benefit from their interest. If a classroom visit is of interest, ask about the best way to do that without being disruptive. Businesses may make offers of donated equipment or materials through us. These can be tricky, as not all donations are helpful. When something is offered, we need to be appreciative, but indicate the offer will be referred to the designated college contact, who will evaluate how this fits into the college's offerings. Some of the complications that arise include equipment that may be outdated, in need of expensive annual maintenance, or require remodeling to be installed. Materials that may be helpful could require transportation and storage. There may be inquiries from businesses willing to host interns. These are potentially valuable opportunities. However, internships need to be well designed and must clearly be learning situations, which will benefit students and advance their workforce goals. Our best approach is a referral to the appropriate campus office or to the superintendent's designee. As elected officials, we have an important voice to be listened to. Trustees are ideal advocates for CTE at the state and federal level. Every year, there are bills in the state legislature that affect CTE, whether it be funding or education code changes. When speaking up on these issues, we need to make sure we fully understand how the bill or issue at hand affects our district. We have resources such as the Community College League of California for keeping up with legislation. During legislative visits, we want to be sure to include an example or two of success in our CTE programs. Likewise, at the federal level, there are significant funding streams that come from both the education and labor departments. When visiting with members of Congress or agency officials, mention how a program like the Carl Perkins Act benefits your college. Also, be extra attentive when federal laws such as the Perkins Act or the Workforce Investment Opportunities Act come up for reauthorization. As trustees, we support all the programs on our campuses. In this briefing, we have highlighted some of the unique aspects of our role with respect to CTE. This is not meant to suggest CTE should be supported to the exclusion of other programs. Trustees are in a unique position to serve the community and the college. As representatives of the community, we can sharpen the college's understanding of how to best serve students. Additionally, we bring their knowledge of the college back to the community, helping residents and employers understand the college's role in the development of a workforce. For additional information on the Strong Workforce Program and CTE, please see the State Chancellor's Office website.